David. You've had a bit of time to process that. That was a very entertaining first half, but as a head coach, having to watch that, watch your side go 3 up and then get pegged back, can you sort of condense your thoughts and give us your overview of that game?
Yeah, in general, I'm obviously happy that we won it, this game. I'm very pleased about the second half. I think in the second half we controlled the ball, controlled the game, created chances, defended very well over the majority of the second half. This was good. First half wasn't. I have to be honest, the first half I wasn't happy with. Even when we were 3-0 up, we didn't control the ball, we didn't control the game, we were not calm enough, we were not able to put enough passes to create moments. We lost the ball too early and it was wild. It was a very wild first half without a clear structure, and this was just not good enough. I was happy with the effort, I was happy with the attitude, with the willingness to work of the players, but they made it too complicated for them. We addressed this in the halftime. We've shown some clips where they should only play football with more passes, be calm, and how they reacted in the second half was good. And obviously then it was a deserved win. I think this is not a shadow, but I would have it a little bit more structured in the first half.
Yeah, and part of that was it. You made the change at left back. Was that all feeding into that desire to regain control, which you obviously managed in the second half?
No, it wasn't only on the left side, it was on the right side, it was in the middle, it was in the offense, it was in the defense, it was all over the park that we didn't came to our standard in terms of ball possession, in terms of have the right position on the grass, in terms of picking up the right pass, offer angles, really ask for the ball. This was not on the level which I expect us to be. But we scored three wonderful goals and had for sure at least one big chance for a fourth one. But this then accumulates into defensive problems which you should not have, and we didn't look solid in the first half defensively. And this all the reason for this is that we were not good enough in ball position from my point of view. And in the second half we were much more better.
You probably don't want to have to go through that when you're 3-0 up and you're in control of the game, but maybe when you do debrief this with your coaches, you learn maybe a little bit more about your players in those stress moments and those moments of difficulty.
Yeah, so it's always the case that you can learn when you play wonderful football and you make more or less everything right, and you can learn from when you don't do. And this is, I think, a big strength of this character of this dressing room, that they really like to get messages across. So we, as I said, addressed it in halftime and how they then played exactly in the manner which we wanted to have, and obviously then they are on the field, they feel that this makes sense and that they then had much more control of the game, still were able to create chances. We should have scored for sure a few more, and were very solid defensively, and this is exactly how it should like, how they've done it in the second half. And obviously, yeah, at the end of the day we won deserved. We had a good performance in the second half, another one, not a good one in the first half from my point of view, but even this half time we scored 3 goals, had chances for a fourth, but we can do it better.
2 league away games now, 8 goals, for a team who had maybe struggled to score goals. Talk about that, but also when you came in and you looked at the quality of forward play, you've already spoken, about Sargent, Pukki, Adam Eder, of course, Kieran Dowell, very good offensive player. Did you feel that was in them and it wouldn't take that much to really just turn it around and obviously produce what they produced in the last 2 games in terms of the clinical edge?
Yeah, that this squad excited me. This is why I signed the contract. So yes, obviously, yeah, it's good. Listen, we had a good start. We won 2 games away from home, scored 8 goals. Unfortunately, we conceded 2. it's a good start. I'm happy with individual performances, with a lot of them, but I'm very, very happy with the commitment which the players have shown, the responsibility that everybody takes responsibility for everything. If you've seen Timo today with Grams, he deserved this Grams because he worked tireless defensively, even if he had not scored. And we said our defensive player have responsibility for the offense as well. Sam came in, gave an assist, so this is how it looked, how it should be, and this makes me happy that everybody understands it's not about the offensive player should do their offensive stuff, the defensive player should do their defensive stuff. No, it's about the group being together, feel responsible for everything, and bring the right energy on the grass. And I think in terms of the intensity and the energy, listen, the first half was very, very intense. From my perspective, too much intense and with too much energy. You have to have your moments where you calm down and control the ball, and this is what I missed. Maybe because of the energy which we had in the stands, because our away support was amazing. Our players got overexcited in the first half.
Yes, well, on Al with his backflips. Yeah. 2-week break now. Is that a source of frustration because you feel like you've got some momentum going? I mean, you've got to deal with it, or could be the flip side. You've got 2 weeks to work with them on the training ground and embed a few more things.
I never think about situations which I can't control. So it is how it is. We have no game on the weekend, and we have a hell of work to do. So it's perfect because this means next week we will see us very often on the training pitch, and we have to make sure that we use this time now to come physically, hopefully on a higher level, and tactically as well. We are only in since a couple of weeks, and every training session helps, and we will have a lot of training sessions next week.
Are you looking at the bigger picture? Are you still very much focused on performance and game to game? You know, you see the Burnleys and Sheffield Uniteds, they don't look like they're coming back to the pack. You're not even at this stage thinking we just need to secure that top 6 place.
I'm not focused on the table. To be fair, for me at the minute the table is irrelevant. It's all about us and our performances. Make sure that everybody understands as good as he can what we like to ask him in certain situations, in different positions. This is the most important thing, and for this we need training time. How they've done it so far, top. They're so open-minded, they ask the right questions, they like to dig into the idea. This is top, really top, and I think the performances has shown this. And now, as I said, we have time on the training scratch. We have a game with the under-21 on Friday where we can give some players game time as well, which we for sure will use. And this is what we like to do now in the next week, and then obviously we have a further week for the Burnley game. And obviously everybody is very now exciting about, not because it's Burnley, it's because we play at Carroll Road. First time, to be fair, if I speak about it, it could be tomorrow, because I'm pretty sure after the wave support which we had, it will burn in Carroll Road in 2 weeks' time.
2 more if I can. Obviously, any update with Cantwell? Is that progressing to a conclusion, Todd Cantwell?
Like always, you will be one of the first which get the information if it's done. It isn't at the minute, but it looks on a good way.
Do you feel now, I mean, you said to us on Thursday, with this game out of the way, you can sit down with Stuart and Neil and just assess if you need to do anything. I mean, having seen another 90 minutes, does that crystallise your thoughts a little bit, maybe in terms of doing anything incoming?
Yeah, for sure. But I have to look the game back. I have to think back and get a thought about the last couple of weeks as well, and then we have to discuss our ideas, and we will do this next week for sure.
Absolutely.
Were you angry at the half time?
Yes.
Did you show that to the players? Did they see a different side to you?
I let them know that this wasn't, but to be fair, they were angry for sure as well. They are not stupid, they are on the grass, they felt it. I think from my point of view as a manager, it's not about showing that you are angry, it's about giving them the solutions how they should do it better. And this is what we wanted to do when we have shown them some clips. Yes, I was angry, and yes, when I'm angry, I can let them know, like I let them know when I'm happy. But more important is not to show that you are angry. More important is give them solutions how they can do it better. And this is what we've done in halftime.
Does that kind of impress you? Because you kind of got a reputation of being quite a perfectionist. Your players showing that same kind of characteristics.
Yeah, but to be fair, I had the feeling before, because if I've seen the first two performances in the first two games, where we had even less time together, they already have shown that they at least understood the majority of the idea, and that they really like to make it happen on the grass. That this takes time, and it will take more than a couple of weeks, even more than a couple of months. But how they like to get it across, and how open-minded they are, this is something special.
Have you got to a stage where you're really happy with the first couple of league games in charge, and has it gone better than you thought it might?
I don't really have in my head how good it should be. Did I have in my head we will win the first two games with 8-2 goals aggregate? No, because I haven't thought about it. I thought more about the performances, not about the results. I hope that with a group of open-minded players, with a group who have potential, and if they can show their potential, then they have quality. And I think they've shown quality in the last 3 games. There I hoped that hopefully the performances can be on a good level very quick and very consistently. This was hope which I had, yes.
David, how big a challenge is it to get Onel Hernandez to play like that on a consistent basis, week in, week out? Because we saw him at Birmingham City last year. Great 1 week, didn't see him the next. Is that a big challenge for you to get him to play like that every single week, or most weeks?
The good thing for me is that I don't have the experience like you had. So I said to everybody, it's a fresh start, leave in the past what was in the past. I like to give you all the information which you need for your position in certain situations where I think you can be a good player. And obviously, when I look back now, the last 3 performances of Onel, he consistently performed on this level. So wasn't a surprise for me. No, because I haven't worked with him before. I've seen his potential, like I said before, to show the quality. Then it's on my side to give him the right information, and then if he has it, it's on him to deliver. And this is what he has done.
Because if he does that week in, week out, he's going to be some player.
Yeah, absolutely. But to be fair, not only him. So since I'm here, when I've seen what Kieran Dowell has shown so far defensively, when I've seen what Dimi on the left back position has shown today, unfortunately he has some calf problems. Wasn't for sure not his best performance. But the other 2 performances, Gabi is top, Kenny, centre backs, even Granny, how he likes to play out from the back, how he asks for the ball. So Pukki is top. There are so many good individual performances as well. I think Max played a good second half. Tim kept on the game last week with 2 unbelievable saves. So yeah, I think it's a good combination, because we are all together, we are very humble. We know where we come from, and that this is not happened only because we speak about it. It's hard work, but everybody is very ambitious as well, and everybody really likes to get better and to progress. And I think the combination of being humble but being very ambitious and hungry is a good combination to get from a very potential group quality on the grass, and this is where we work on.
Thank you very much.
Last one, Michael.
Yeah, David, can I just ask, your predecessor, Dean Smith, actually he would talk about it quite regularly about giving the players the opportunity to solve their own problems on the pitch and things like that. Can you sense from dealing with this group that they have that intelligence and responsibility amongst themselves as well?
I have intelligent players. Yeah, I would say these are intelligent players, but nevertheless, I think it's my job. If, for example, today I think the performance in the first half wasn't on the level which I expect from them, and I think that I know why, that I give them the informations, and this is what I have done. And obviously, if they are intelligent, and obviously if the informations are right as well, and they have the willingness to adapt and to make it better, then they can perform on a better level in the second half, and this was what happened today.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Thanks everybody. Thank you.